Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here with you this morning. Thanks for joining me here on Paul's Facebook page. It's a beautiful day here in coastal Virginia. Temperature's wonderful, and I'm happy to be here with you, sharing the consciousness of divine presence. So, as I've been doing recently, let's begin with some breathing. Let's get ourselves here and centered. And so we breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, with a little pause in the center. So it's breathe in, pause, breathe out. So let's begin. Breathe in, pause, breathe out. Breathe in, pause, breathe out. Breathe in, pause, breathe out. All right. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Thanks for being here. And today I want to talk about letting go, releasing the illusion. And the illusion is, I am this body. Releasing that concept of myself is the whole point of this experience. Prior to incarnation in this life, Paul Fitzsimmons' life, I'm floating around in the ever, just like everybody else, just like you, knowing that I am a part of everything. Everything is, and I am it. In fact, I don't even perceive separation prior to my manifestation on this planet Earth, in this three-dimensional plane, in this plane of free will. So to come to understand that the only real task of this three-dimensional plane, this plane of free will, is to choose to release the idea that I am my body and to realize that I am the expression of all that is. As I am with it, I have no concept of separation. It's the concept of separation that says I am the body. Excuse me a minute. I'm on live. Talk to you later. Sorry about that. So it's that illusion of separation that causes all the trouble, that causes all of the illusion of pain and anguish. Emily Cady, in her book, Lessons in Truth, on the very first page of the very first chapter, she talks about, excuse me, my bad. On the very second page of the very first chapter, she talks about, I have surely seen the affliction of you who are in Egypt. This is coming from biblical reference of Exodus. Not I will, but I am now come down to deliver you out of this suffering and to bring you up into a good land of large and flowing good things. So as it goes forward, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think of these things. The illusion that I am this body, the illusion that I can die, the illusion that I am not taken care of, that I do not have all that I need, is that which separates me from knowing. It's really difficult to come to the place, cancel that. It was really difficult for me to come to the place of finally embracing that there is nothing to fear. I am here to realize the presence of God as Paul Fitzsimmons. I am here to share the presence of God as Paul Fitzsimmons. I am here to embrace the presence of God as Paul Fitzsimmons. Because at the end of the day, it's all one thing. The further we go in the study of science, the further we realize that it's all one thing. The whole quantum physics experience guides us directly into a funnel that takes us to one place. And that one place is, it's all one. There's no distinction. There's no separation. And the need that I feel, that I'm so compelled to speak to you again and again and again about embracing yourself, myself, as the divine expression of whatever idea I may have about God, about the absolute, about the total, about the everlasting understanding of presence. It's all that really matters. And we know from experience that we can train this mind, this consciousness, and these emotions to realize anything we choose to train it to realize. Anything. If that is not divine order, tell me what is. I choose to train myself to do anything, and it's available. And it's available. There are those out here that have limited capacity in their physical stature. to be basketball players. They have weak knees. Whoever that person is, has eyesight that doesn't allow for depth perception. And what happens frequently is those individuals are not drawn to play basketball. They are drawn to another angle. Yet what we know is true is if they choose to play basketball and they continue to practice day after day after day after day, they will become better at doing that which they choose to do. And the same is so for us, for anyone in any situation. But the choice begins with the choice of I am accepting this. I am presenting. I am conscious. We must state ourselves into the reality. Reprogramming of our consciousness is simply a matter of denying every aspect that says, I can't, and replacing it with, I can. Now, many people say, oh, that's just positive thinking. Many people will say, oh, that's just New Age blather. But the reality is that it didn't become positive thinking. It didn't become New Age blather because it wasn't functional. It became disrespected because those who embraced it were unwilling to take it and follow it through. Realizing the consciousness of myself as divine presence is the most important jumping off point. I must embrace the fact that I am simply the motivator of this body. I choose where this body goes. I choose how this body shows up in every given moment. I've been conditioned by my parents, by the society, by the religions of my youth, by the Boy Scouts, by the military, by the wrappings of the society. I am trained and or conditioned to accept that certain things are the truth. But what any of us know who truly observe what's going on in this three-dimensional world, material manifestation is not surrounded by truth. It is subjective. Therein lies the whole point of double-blind and triple-blind experiments, to pull the human interaction out of it As soon as the human interaction is injected, it becomes subjective. I am the presence of God wherever I am. You are the presence of God wherever you are. When we look at all of the religious books written, that people who have pursued the understanding that I am that which motivates this body to action, each one of those great masters came to the understanding that I am of greater consciousness than this material expression. And therefore, I can join with myself, which is all there is, which is you. The further I go in forward understanding, the more it becomes clear that what there is to understand is once I release this illusion as the only reality, once I release this illusion, this three-dimensional plane, as the only reality, unbelievable presence manifests. And the reason it's unbelievable is because it's not of this three-dimensional plane. It is beyond this three-dimensional plane. Yet, each of us chose to come here for the simple opportunity to consciously choose to embrace oneself as the manifestation of God. The whole concept of God is a material reality. When I am conscious of I am, the concept of God ceases to exist. I am free. You are free. It's more fun being free when I choose freedom. The restrictions that I experience are put upon me by myself. And the practice of reprogramming this consciousness fulfills my desire to experience that freedom from a divine space. When I begin these talks in the morning, I have no idea where they're going. I simply let go and let God. I'm grateful to have this time to share with you today. I want to send a shout out to my dear friend, Mary Lee. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Mary Lee. I acknowledge every one of you as the presence of God wherever you are. I acknowledge myself as the presence of God wherever I am. I salute you as the presence of God. I salute myself as the presence of God. And I love the sound of this word, which says it all in one statement. Namaste. Namaste. Namaste.